What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Uberkooledgarage. On this week's episode, we're actually going to be doing a little bit of work on the Ghia. The rear seat parts finally came in. It's been 4 months since I ordered that stuff, so it all finally came in. The Ghia is basically complete now. We're gonna, in this video, finish off a lot of stuff. Still very minimal things to do on the car. I have to touch up the paint in a couple spots on the interior and just run through a checklist, make sure that everything's nice, tight, all the lights work, get all that stuff situated. But other than that, the Ghia is basically done. The next video, I don't know if I want to do a montage of the full build of that car. If you guys would like to see that full montage, go ahead and comment below. Let me know if I should do a montage video of that. So, very excited that that car's done. We're also going to be doing a little bit of work on the bug in the beginning of this episode. So, we're starting to get rear suspension and all the tabs in the rear complete on this car. So, like I said in the last video, it is crunch time on this car. I'm sick and tired of not having my car done. So, the next couple videos, I'm going to be jamming really hard on the bug, trying to get as much done as physically possible. And with the Ghia gone, the next couple projects will start rolling in as well. Got some really cool ones, so hope you guys are excited about those. If you want to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, you can view all of the next couple builds and the bug build. So, I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Okay, well, I got a couple boxes this week for the bug. A bunch more parts came in. So, I got 2 tubes of seam sealer. I'm going to start laying the floors where they need to be after I weld in the seat mounts. Get those ready for paint. Also got a oil cooler thermostat. That way the oil will bypass the oil cooler until it gets warm enough. So went ahead and already made a bracket for it. This will get welded into the chassis. I'm probably going to clean this edge up a little bit more. Drill 2 more holes in it. And then we should be good to weld this in. I got all of the oil lines on the way. A couple of fittings and all that stuff on the way. Also got, this one's pretty cool. So this is a Deechworks bulkhead connector for the wiring. This is a 47 pin, I believe. So if I need another one, I'll order a smaller one and put them side by side. So this is going to go to the engine harness. So this piece here will run up to the front of the car. And this will detach if I ever need to pull the motor. And the engine harness will go with this section. I can just unclip it, set it on top of the motor, pull the motor out. That way I don't have to unplug every single connector in the whole entire engine. That also came with all of the pins and all of that. I believe they're all solder in, so I have a little bit of work to do with that. I need to go through and check all the pins and everything, figure out exactly what wires I'm going to run, and probably end up pulling some extra ones back to the engine bay just in case I need them. So another thing that I got is bulkhead fittings. So these are 8AN bulkhead fittings. Of course, I can't pull it out of the plastic. So bulkhead fitting, 8AN on both sides. So you might be wondering how I'm going to do that with the hard lines. So with these, so all of these are the bulkhead fittings. I got 6 of them, I think. So I got 6 bulkhead fittings, and then I got all of these. So these are hardline to AN fittings, and I got a whole bunch of those as well. So those will get put on the hard lines. I got the battery terminal locations for the back. So these will get screwed into the chassis, and the ground and power wire will tag here and then go up to the motor. So same thing with the bulkhead fitting for the wiring harness. If I ever need to pull the motor, all I got to do is unscrew these 2 screws. Battery, power, and ground will come off, set them on top of the motor, pull the motor. Makes it nice and easy. 2 things of 50-foot roll, 2 50-foot rolls of heat wrap. So some of this will go into for the coolant system in the back, and a lot of it will go on the exhaust. They sent gloves with that stuff because it is nasty. I don't use gloves. I'm basically doing HVAC my entire life. Have lived half of my life in fiberglass insulation, so it doesn't really bug me. They also came with the stainless steel ties for that, which is pretty cool. And then this will go up front next to the battery. It's just a 30 amp breaker, basically, that'll run in line with the power system. That way, if anything happens, it'll trip this and kill power to the car. That way I don't blow up anything in the whole system. So pretty cool. This will go. So you might be wondering what the heck is going on here. It's time to start building the rear suspension. So what I have here is a stock Volkswagen hub that I got from a friend of mine who had a buggy that he kind of welded his own stuff to. So I went through, cut all that stuff off, cleaned it all up. So this is a stock Volkswagen housing. I'm going to get new bearings and seals and everything like that. And then I'm going to get the Type 1 to Porsche 930 adapters that slide in here for the rears. So that'll take care of that. So I went through, got a couple measurements on some stuff, got a whole bunch of stuff set up like that, and then went ahead and made this. So this plate is the start to basically the rear spindle. So this will go on here like this. The upper bolt hole will be the top A-arm. The bottom one will be the lower A-arm. As you can see, they're shifted off quite a bit. That is for the rear coilover is going to sit on the lower A-arm over here. And then once I get this tacked in, I can get the joints all bolted in there and start getting the paper templates for the other pieces. So I'm also going to have one that comes off of here that adjusts the toe and everything like that, so that it'll also keep the wheel straight and where it needs to be. That way it doesn't twist or anything like that. So I'm going to tack weld this plate on here. start building rear A-arms for it. I'll start with the bottoms, get the coilover welded onto the bottom, figure out where it's got to go up top, and then from there, then I can get my angles on the top bar, top A-arm. That way everything runs with the correct steering geometry. And then once I get all of the axles and everything done, all that stuff will be ready. I can throw rims on the car, set it down, and suspension will be done. So start with the lower, do the upper, and start building out the spindles. As you can see over there, I have the passenger side plate is identical to this one. So once I clean up the other spindle section, then I can tack weld that on. That way they mirror each other on each side of the car. And I'll do the same thing with the A-arms to get it all set up. I also have a lot of other tabs and stuff to weld in, so you'll probably see me do those, and I'll show them to you when we get to them. Oh, finally. So these finally came in for Zach's Ghia. I ordered these like 3 to 4 months ago, somewhere around there. Didn't hear anything, haven't heard anything, emailed them, didn't hear anything. So I got the foam pad for the rear seat, and then we got the fabric. So this is the rear seat. Zach wanted black and gray, so the side is black with black piping, and then the center insert is gray. So it'll match the rest of the interior. And down here in the very bottom of the box, this little itty bitty box here, have a brand new front emblem. So got the new front emblem. I already had previously in this order, they sent the rubber grommet and the clips for this, so I can get this installed, get the rear deck lid script installed, and then start building the rear seat. And that's basically it. Zach's car's done. So I'm going to jam on Zach's car, get this thing done. That way he can enjoy the car. I was actually going to message him this week and tell him that he can come pick up his car on Saturday, because I hadn't heard anything from this, but they finally came in. So as you guys saw, I got the back seat done. This is the actual seat part. I still have to make the backrest, but this turned out really nice. All my lines are nice and straight. The piping is all nice and straight. It's not all wavy. If you guys didn't know, I used to work in a hot rod upholstery shop. So I have a little bit of upholstery experience. I worked there for about a year and a half, and did quite a bit of high-end cars at that shop. So I got some knowledge of automotive upholstery. So the underside of the seat, you saw that I did in fabric, black fabric. So it just cleans everything up, makes it look nice and simple. That way you don't flip up the seat and you see wood. So just a cool little tip that I picked up from working at the shop. So seat turned out good. Go ahead and pop this in and then start making the backrest. Okay, so here's the backrest piece. Got it all cut out. I think I'm going to add one little tiny, maybe 1x1 back here. That way I have something to screw the top bracket to. And then the rest of it should be good. But I'm going to lay this up right now. Let's go ahead and do that whole YouTube thing with the snap. Back seat is done. So this is the backrest. It turned out basically the same as the seat rest, but turned out nice and good. Nice, clean, straight. Everything worked out really good. The back isn't perfect, but I mean, it's not bad for not having a template or the original seat or the correct foam or any of that. So back seat came out pretty good. Do have an issue with it, so I will show you guys that in the next clip, which will probably be tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon after I get off of work. It kind of weird, but I'm not going to be able to mount this like a factory seat. I'm going to have to build brackets on the bottom and clip on top. So I'll show you guys that. The seat won't fold down on hinges like a stock seat will, but I got an idea what to do. Well, here is my mounting solution that I have came up with for the back seat. So without the hinge, I can't really mount the seat the way that the factory one is. So what I have done here is I have bent some kind of horseshoe brackets. Those will get bolted into or screwed into each side of this. I have these angle pieces that'll go on the back seat area where it rests down. So what this will do is that will actually slide into this bracket that's going to be mounted into the car on both of these. So both of those will slide into that like that. So the seat will be able to lift up and out. And then on the top, I made this little bracket right here. That will get screwed into the top of the seat, very top of the seat. And then this will go on that rear package tray. So this just hooks into this bracket here. And that'll allow the seat to unclip. And then you should be able to pull this, lift up on the seat. And it'll slide out of these brackets down here. And then the seat will be free. You can pull it out, lay it down on the rear seat. Okay guys, so that's all I have for you this week. Sorry it's been 2 weeks since I posted a video. Work is just absolutely insane. I've been driving all over California and working a ton of hours. So I was really hoping with the winter time picking up that my actual workload would slow down. Unfortunately, that's not the case. With this whole COVID thing, everybody's starting to rebuild and puts a lot on my plate at work, but still going to do as much as I physically can on all of the cars that are coming, especially this one, trying to get it done. So we'll continue building the channel. If you guys have any inputs that you would like to suggest, go ahead and put them in the comments. Anything that I can do to make the videos better for you guys. I didn't really think that the YouTube thing would go super far, but it seems like all you guys are really enjoying all of the content. So if you guys have anything that you guys want to mention, go ahead and leave them in the comments. Don't feel bad about saying stuff. I get it. I'm not perfect. I'm kind of a different kind of person. I kind of stay in my own little section and do my own thing. So feel free to let me know. If you guys have any questions about a swap or are interested in a swap, go ahead and shoot me an email or send me a DM on Instagram and I will get back to you. Both of those are in the description down below. I also set up an Amazon account system thing that a lot of the parts that I use from Amazon, I'm going to link all of those down in the description. If you guys do purchase any of those parts, Amazon pays me for those parts, so it's an affiliate program. So if you guys want to support the channel, want to use some of the parts that I'm using, go ahead and order them from down below. That gives me a tiny bit of money, which it's really not that big a deal, but anything helps. I'm also working on a Patreon, if you guys are interested in that. Basically what that'll be is I'll do live streams, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 a month, something like that. And I'm also going to, I have stickers. I'm going to start setting up the whole business side of it. So if you guys are interested in that, go ahead and comment below as well. So until next time, we'll jam on the bug and show you guys in the next episode. Peace out, guys.